Hi, YT family, audience, anybody who happens to stumble upon this and probably end up just being myself, but just in case. Anyways, whatever the situation, this video is going up on YouTube, and I'm making a quick YouTube video because I'm just basically any viable idea that I have that can go up to YouTube, I want to do because as of right now, I have the ability to upload as much shit as I want to YouTube. So I'm gonna take advantage of that while it's available, because who knows what the future may bring. So it only makes sense. But don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here knocking out huge numbers, but that's just, I have a to-do list and there's a lot of stuff that there are a few other items where I'm putting different videos up here. And this particular one is just a real quick thing about I'm trying to get a job, and I recently went through Shearer's snack foods hiring process. And as of right now, I have the job, but I'm waiting for the official word. So I just want to review their document they provided me, which is their hiring process. I think it's good because people get to see what it's like when you have to get a job, or it's just out there. That's what it is. It's just a dose of reality. And for me, I'm just venting because it's not easy to get a job. But anyways, the title of their document is Your Next Steps. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to review this for you, and then I also have some other material with this document that's not really related, but I just wanted to talk about this Far Cry 3, which is a way badass Xbox 360 game. Way sick graphics and videos and shit like that. So we'll look at that. I got to make this like less than 10 minutes, so I need to hurry. Okay, your next steps. Hello, Phoenix AZ. They have all the steps, so it's really easy laid out. What needs to be done as of right now at this point. And at this point, when they gave this document to me, I had the contingent job offer. So to move forward at this point, this is what you need to do in order to make it to orientation day. This is like the path, the game plan, the battle plan to get to orientation day, which you have to do orientation in order to do the job, because you have to know you have to be familiar with the equipment, where you're working, safety stuff, their whatever, however they do it, whatever the information, other than the specific job, because your trainer's gonna be giving you that information. But the orientation's more of just bigger stuff. The bigger wigs, the big wigs, that's their opportunity to do whatever they need to do. Two big categories on this checklist is the first category is before you start with shares, and the next category, the second category, is what you need to bring to orientation. So I just talked about orientation. I couldn't provide you confidently facts about orientation. So let's look at this list so we can gather some facts. Because the identification for your I-9, see attached example. So it sounds like paperwork. We're going to be doing paperwork, orientations for paperwork, direct deposit information. So payday type stuff, the bread and butter of what we're doing there is exchanging stuff, partnering up. And big part of that is them paying me for my services. So my services don't come for free. It comes at a price. And so they put the dollar amount on it, and that's when they do it during orientation. The HR representative, Carla Rose, I'm pretty sure is the one that I spoke with. She didn't divulge any pay information or even the specific shift that I myself would be working, but just only that contingently I have a job offer with Shearer's Snack Foods, which, it's a really cool organization, and that's why I applied there, because I thought they were interesting. They're like a privately owned company, but they're huge, successful. It's almost like Walmart, how Walmart is privately owned, and they're like sitting up there next to these multi-billion-dollar corporations, and they're privately owned. That doesn't happen every single day. And so that's why I was really impressed with Shearer's, that they're competing in that at that level. So I was like, man, I need to give them props. Let's fill out an application. Completed beneficiary forms. So it sounds like insurance stuff. If I get injured, who and this, that. Exchanging information in situations that I'm incapacitated, I'm unable to speak and talk and injured. They need to not just get me to the hospital, but they're taking the reins as far as they have to also contact the next person who has authority over me. So that's what they do there. Completed pre-approved time off form. So it sounds like, that's important to them, time off. That's something to keep in mind if I do get the job. I'm still waiting. I'm not getting my hopes up too high because last time I did that, and the company told me, "Oh, we're gonna have to rescind your job offer." I was freaking way pissed, so I have to be in a footing where I'm freaking prepared for that shit. Anyways, the rest of this document, it's really informative. Like, if I need to contact anybody, it's all the contact information's at the bottom of the sheet. So I'm happy with their hiring process, but I don't take it literally, but that maybe don't contact them right away, because maybe that's what they're saying. Try to look at it a little bit differently. That maybe that's not going to be my first thing to contact them, but a part of their hiring process is they give you clear channels. A part of their process to get you to orientation day is it's really easy to contact them in different ways. So, but I think for me, I want to wait for them I don't want to jump the gun, even though I had to, though, because when I was looking at this checklist, there was something that I wasn't sure about. So I had what I wasn't sure about was I filled out an application with them before this time that I just got an interview with them. So I wanted to make sure that application is going to be valid for this time going in, because they're the ones who contacted me to go in for the interview. So I'm hoping that application should still be valid for this time around. But if not, then she'll let me know. I have to know that because these steps have to be done before orientation day. So that's why I was compelled to send her an email and all that. But it's a holiday right now. We're sitting 2 days away from Christmas Day. So they're probably not even open right now, or if they are, they probably aren't running at full capacity or something, because it's the holidays, and it's not going to be until freaking after we pass Christmas, and maybe even further than that, after the New Year's. Some people take it even further. Some companies, like the military, coming from the military, which is where I come from, we get a lot of time off. And they take advantage of they'll just give us all the way from Christmas past New Year's off, because in the military it's just different, and that's how they do it. So some companies actually do take it past New Year's. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I hate to be sitting here for that long wondering, I got a job offer, but I can't even say I actually got the job. But anyways, this checklist has two sides. And remember, this checklist that they gave me, this came after I did the interview. I spoke with the hiring person. She asked me questions. I gave her answers. And then we did a tryout. They had us try out for the position. And then I went into Carla Rose's office, who's the HR cat. And she said, well, you guys, congratulations. You guys have a contingent job offer with Shearer Snack Foods. Here's the checklist of what you guys need to get done in order to make it to before you can do orientation. So this came after all that, after the interview and the tryouts and stuff. So it's just like, I see it as like a walking along a trail. It's like a part where has an incline a little bit higher. So it's not like we're jumping from this trail to a totally different trail, but it's just like along that trail, you have a little extra stuff you have to do now because you got the job, but you have to follow these steps to get to orientation day. So the path I'm walking on, I view it as a change in the grade of the grade of the trail. The backside is a lot of technical mumbo jumbo crap that I'm not worried about because I have all of these things. I know what this is, what the back of this paper is telling me. It's talking about providing proof that I'm a citizen of the United States of America and that I'm a legal resident of Arizona, the state of Arizona, and which I am. I have those documents easily. I have my social security card, although my social security card and my birth certificate, being 34 years old, are getting worn and stuff. So I have extra security around them to try to preserve them, extend it just a little bit longer because I do not want to have to go through that process. But that's what the backside of this tells you, and it gets way complicated. So for some of these people who are getting the job, like if they're from different countries or whatever, they get really technical with that, dude. So it's kind of cool that some people are going to be, they're going to be having along that, when that grade increases, they're going to be seeing, like, they're going to be taking in more of the scenery than me, for example. They're going to be really experiencing the change in pressure on your feet as you're walking up a higher slope, and they're taking that in with the smell of the Mother Nature's green leaves, summer, Arizona desert summer, morning summer, where it's just starting to rev up and you can smell the particles of light like paprika, like the spice of paprika. And they're really, that's how I see it. Some of these cats, if one of these cats come through there, they have it set up where they're going to get to experience a really cool thing. So I like that. But for me, I know what it is. It's just another freaking thing to remember. It's something that I have to remember, which I will remember. If I forget, I'll just have to hurry and go back home and grab it. They're not gonna like, well, fuck you didn't bring it. Too late. Too bad. I highly doubt they would do that. Could they do that? Yeah, because employers have the right to hire you or not, so they technically could. But I couldn't see somebody doing that. It would be crazy as hell. But yeah, it's just another thing. And so let's real quick. That's it. So I'm happy with that. I'll keep you guys updated on that. This Far Cry 3 was a used game that I purchased from GameStop here on 107 Avenue and Indian School Road in Avondale, Arizona. That's located right there for like less than, it was like 25% its original cost. So it was like, originally, brand new, when this first came out, you're probably looking at like $50 for these things. I spent like $5 or $6 on this thing, so it's not even that. It's like 5% of the real cost of this thing. Way badass deal. It's one of those things where when I'm finished with it, let's freaking go donate it or something like that, because the value's just there. And that goes for all of their stuff, everything GameStop. I really like GameStop. I can't go to Walmart and go purchase one of their Xbox games. All of their Xbox games are running like $50, 30, 50. That's way outside my, especially now being unemployed for years and years now at this point, and it sucks. But so, and with these, if I get like a few bucks from my parents or whatever, if I really want something, then my parents help me out in those areas, no problem. Especially if it's like $5. And they have some way badass games. I got Halo either 2 or 3 for like the same price. And when that came out, that's the same thing as Far Cry. And let's see if I can get you guys a better view before I cut this video off. Right there, boom. Yeah, the case is beat up a little bit, but the image is clear. It's a badass image. Keep in mind, GameStop is a place where people trade in their games and so it's used. It's peer-to-peer type stuff. But the game itself is in mint condition. I couldn't be happier with it. I don't sit here and play this too much because I'm just like keeping it for as far as like a pastime of mine. But I do make it a point to turn it on and play it and do that. So, but really, all it means for me is that it's like a symbol of my past, part of my past. I'm not sitting there like back in the days playing these games religiously. But who knows? That could happen. That could happen. Let's read a couple words from this thing real quick before I cut this off. One last thing. Okay, the back of it says, "Journey into the heart of insanity. Beyond the reach of civilization lies a lawless island ruled by violence. This is where you find yourself stranded, caught in a bloody conflict between psychotic warlords and indigenous rebels." Wow. Okay, anyways, guys, peace out. Thanks for checking in. See you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to my channel. Gabriel David Flores, 2D Night Squares Music Group channel, which is my channel. And throw a like up there. Give a thumbs up. Make sure to click on the bell when you subscribe, because I'm always posting new content. You want to get the latest and greatest shit that I'm throwing out there. And comment if you can. Read shit I have. If I have anything in the description, read the title. Scroll through some of the other videos that pop up with this one. Read some of the other people's comments if you can. Click on some of the other content. Everything. Peace out, y'all.